Hi, it's Geraldine here to do the tea leaf reading for the full moon in Aquarius, July 23rd and beyond. So how's everyone doing? Are you feeling maybe the need to be out with the old and in with the new? This full moon and all full moons really, help us to release the past and to move forward. It feels this time that there's a real impatience though for the next stage of life, so the next career move, relationship, retirement, etc. Whatever. And you also might notice that you have some minor ailments at this time. So just get those sorted out, okay? Because they could be just holding you back. It just might be something, as simple as a sore foot, a sore knee, whatever. But it's holding you back, okay? So just to get those things taken care of so that you can sort of release all of this and then move forward. You might also be so done with toxic situations and toxic people. You just can't really stand it anymore. I know I'm there anyway. You might maybe one sort of smiles 1 minute and then the next minute in tears. That's quite common sort of around the full moon time to feel all of these emotions, and feel them more intensely, okay? So there's definitely a yearning for positive change, it feels. Now Aquarius is a fixed air sign, so those with strong placements in their natal charts will likely feel the energy a bit more intensely. Aquarians are generally very intuitive, they're forward thinkers, humanitarians, free spirits. They're often the ones who create the change in the world. Just think Oprah Winfrey, okay? Now, we've just sort of entered this fire sign here, just about fire sign of Leo. So you might feel that fire in your belly and the Leo courage just pushing you away out of your comfort zone. Okay. You're going to maybe feel this push into your new life, whatever that has been. You maybe been conjuring it up in your mind for years, but now's the time. So just also with this full moon, don't forget to leave your crystals under the moonlight to be cleansed and charged, and leave your glass jug of water out there to create your moon water. Okay, now into the tea leaves. Very balanced cup, busy, but it's definitely good to see people filling their cups up again. And I was shown a guide and then faces sort of overlooking the cup, which shows me that there's a strong presence of loved ones watching over us from above, okay? They're guiding us very strongly right now. So just to pay attention to the signs and maybe the answers that you're getting in your ear. These messages that sort of come that you sort of dismiss sometimes. Oftentimes that is coming from another source, okay? Particularly during this sort of Aquarian time here where intuition is going to be heightened, okay? I was also shown RX for prescription for those wee minor ailments. Now do get them seen to before they become big ailments, and it's also a reminder just not to let those prescriptions slide. So especially allergies have been really bad. We've had smoke here at the moment, really bad. People are having terrible sinus issues and all kinds of things. So really, try and deal with those things quickly, okay, before they turn into big things, which is what happened to me and why I couldn't do the last reading. So then I saw the name Roxy, an RN beside it, so it could be, Roxanne. There's an arrow for you, Roxanne or Roxy, so a new direction, and there's support around you as well, so just go for it, girl. Don't hold back. You've got all the support that you need. All right. Now, stinky is written again. It was written before, and I didn't actually know what it meant before until I spoke with a friend, and there was a skunk around. So, Caroline, is that skunk around you again? Anyway, hopefully the dog didn't get skunked. Anyway, folks, if you do have skunks in your neighbourhood, just make sure, you're taking extra care not to have a run-in with one. It makes, oh dear, for a very miserable time. So also then I was shown an aeroplane and a couple just sitting on the sand, sort of watching a sunset, and I was getting destination weddings with that one. And I know lots of people had to cancel theirs and maybe do something smaller, closer to home with all of this going on. But it definitely looks like that's, you know, going to be another option opening up again. I don't know, maybe it already has, but we're going to see a bit more of that and maybe people more comfortable to travel. Now, there's also a person with a big smile and wink, and you know, the little rose is there beside it as well, so that's romance in the air again. So I mean, it's so nice to see people out smiling and laughing again without a mask. Like, I don't know, that brings me joy, just to see people really enjoying themselves again and just really laughing and hearing people laughing hard again. So I was also shown Wi-Fi and then tick, so TIK. So I'm thinking, you know, there was a figure beside it sort of walking towards the greenery, like the green trees and whatever, nature. So just leave the Wi-Fi maybe behind and just leave the TikTok behind. I know some people have become quite addicted to that. And just leave it all behind maybe for a while and just go and explore something different, you know, instead of just sitting with your face on the phone or, you know, the computer or whatever. There's a big world out there available to us again that, you know, maybe we haven't been exploring. So there was also a dollar sign with an arrow, which often means a move for work. And by the way, if you are trained in sort of the bar and restaurant trade, there's lots of work in Salmon Arm in BC. Pretty much every place was hiring, just if you're interested. I was also shown R&R, so like for those who have been working their butts off, you know, it is a wee push here to take a break. And I know sometimes I'm guilty of that too, you know, just taking a wee day here and a day there, but it's really saying like, take a break. Okay, so next thing, I was shown a scene of a little venta. So that's like in Spain, where my dad lives there. It's a lovely sort of little bar restaurant, and it's sheltered with vines, and it's a lovely cool little spot away from the hot sun. And it sort of creates this lovely little oasis, and they serve up lovely meals and, you know, fresh calamari and all kinds of things. So it just actually seems that this is going to become a theme for people in their gardens and yards, whatever you want to call it. Sort of like a little hideaway from the hot summer sun. I'm just going to take a wee drink here, because it's very smoky and you do have to drink a lot more. Anyway, you know, as they're sort of saying, like, our summers are going to be hotter, you know, it's something to get started, because it's going to take, you know, a few years for this maybe to get established. But it's definitely sort of pointing to looking at some designs and maybe getting that one started so that you have that created. And it's a lovely little getaway. Okay. Then I was showing families out in the water, you know, just on like big floaties and that. And it's, again, that sort of feeling like just to make sure that you're getting the kids out socialising again. Definitely it worries me that so many children have been sort of locked up indoors and homeschooled and social distancing and all of this. You know, now they're going to need to learn to be a friend again and learn to have friends again and learn how to play. I was at a rodeo last week and I saw sort of one child started climbing up sort of the metal structure underneath the bleachers, and the next thing there were about a half a dozen of them. And it was, you know what, it was lovely to see that. You know, they were all trying it, and it, you know, it warmed my heart then, because I could see there was one little boy as well. He was trying to impress a little girl there. Like, it was just so cute, but it was them just getting used to being beside each other again. You know, not even talking, but, you know, just climbing, just doing things beside each other again. So then I was shown a phoenix. And of course the phoenix, you know, rises from the ashes, and that's a time of recovery and rebirth. And you know what, that's a lovely sign to see, because really we need this right now. We need to see the recovery, we need to see the rebirth. You know, we want to see businesses getting up again, we want to see them rising from the ashes, we want to see people rising from the ashes, want to see them stronger than before. I was also shown the word mighty. So you know what, let that happen. Let the world be mighty again. Let us be mighty again. You know, it just feels very, very powerful, and it gives me the chills even to say it. And you know, just sort of try and envision it. But anyway, you know, we don't want to forget either about if someone has lost their strength, give them some of yours, you know, just try and boost them up, you know, remind them how amazing they are. There's a lot of people still really, really struggling around us. You know, others are, you know, just right back out at it and having a blast, and others, you know, very cautiously coming outside again, you know, have lost jobs and different things. And anyway, you know what, it's just about us sharing our strength and sort of what we have, you know, to build people up again. So during this Aquarian full moon phase until the next full moon, which is also in Aquarius, and that's August 22nd, we might well see those world changers start making a big difference. It is believed that we've even entered the age of Aquarius, so this could really mean beautiful shifts for our world and its inhabitants. So just look out for news about big humanitarian efforts, maybe new inventions, innovations, you know, that kind of thing coming up. This is a very powerful time. Okay, so that was it in the tea leaves. That was all there was for us. Little Sawyer, who normally picks the crystals for us, is away with on a little vacation with her grandparents, so she wasn't at home to pick out her crystals. Okay, so I decided, well, I'll pull out a wee card. So I pulled it from the Spirit of the Wheel deck for this full buck moon, and it's the Frog Clan, and that's number 6. I don't know if you see that, sun's shining now. Sometimes I'm going to put it that way. So that card is cleansing, healing, releasing. Okay, again, perfect for the full moon. And it's asking us to clear away our heavy emotional baggage. And in a state of high stress, like even the smallest obstacle seems magnified for us. So, you know, release your worries and all the pressures, heal yourself on all levels, help, you know, get help from others as well if you need it. I have plenty of people who can help you with that. Do distance healing if you need. Okay. You know, if you've got old baggage that you need to release, yes, I have plenty of people who can do that. That's their line of work. Okay. So, you know, just let your tears flow and wash away your pain. A lot of people hold that in, you know. You have to really let this out, you know, and it's like the phoenix again, sort of rising from the ashes. You know, you have to release all your grief, all your pain, everything, to be able to, you know, come back to yourself again. I mean, the Frog Clan, it focuses on healing needed by you or by someone close to you. And if you're empathetic, compassionate, you know, you can provide that support. And then that helps others open up as well, okay? We're reminded as well then to connect to the healing powers of water, which is the emotional flow within our lives. And of course, we're, you know, mostly water. If the flow is dammed up, then that's when the pressure builds, and that's how we get sick and depressed and all the rest of it. So just allow your emotions to flow freely. And you know, during this, well, close to 1.5 years of this pandemic, definitely there's a lot that needs to be released, you know, people just trying to get back again. So anyway, just let it all go with this full moon. And I just want to thank you all again, folks, for listening to me rabbiting on. And I do have a couple of personal messages that I asked in the tea leaves, and I'll pass them on privately. Do feel free to send me a message on the Facebook or on the Instagram. You can even put it in the comments below if it's something that's not too private. And I'll pick the first couple and do it with the next reading. So again, everybody, just take care. We're nearly there. And I'll chat to you the next time. Okay, all the best. Bye-bye.